Chronicle of a Death Foretold, video essay by Yassin Aziz and Omar Elassal.
About the author. The author is a Nobel Prize winner in literature in 1982. He was born on March 6, 1927 and died on April 17, 2014. His novels and short story combine the strange with the real in a fantastically imagined. Introduction. Both men and women are expected to maintain traditional gender norms in Gabriel Garcia Marquez's Chronicle of a Death Foretold. Because men and women are held to different standards, creating patriarchal structures, the story written in 1981 talks about the murdering of Santiago Nassar by the Vicario twins. Within Chronicle of a Death Foretold by Gabriel Garcia Marquez, patriarchy is revealed to be limiting women through men objectifying women, classical gender roles, and misogyny.
Within chapter 3, Alejandrina Cervantes was revealed to be the most elegant and the most tender woman I have ever known. Added to that, she is highlighted to be the most serviceable in bed. Firstly, the most serviceable in bed implies that Alejandrina Cervantes is used for her body and for men's pleasure. Furthermore, Maria is portrayed in the story as a beautiful woman who educated all the males in the town about sex, rather than a shamed woman with a nasty career. It appears that in this Colombian society, women can either embrace or reject the tight social standards controlling their sexuality. No middle ground is offered. Moreover, studies in Colombia state that in 2019, the highest number of alleged victims of sexual violence in Colombia were girls between 10 and 14 years old, with over 9.3 thousand of such cases reported that year. And Statista Research Department had shown this to be true. Moreover, their mother Pura Vicario states that she thought there were no better reared daughters. She also adds that her daughters are perfect and that any man will be happy with them because they've been raised to suffer all sorts of life hardships and obstacles. The phrase "they've been raised to suffer" highlights how women suffer before and after marriage, and it is normalized for women to be prepared for suffering and dealing with all horrible situations they face. Furthermore, a metaphor is used here to compare women to objects or non human beings that are prepared and trained for missions. From feminist lens, women are unjustly objectified and are suffering with limited rights and inhumane treatment. This also corresponds with gender inequality.
Continuing on to what Hassel just stated, patriarchy limiting women can be seen through classical gender roles within Marquez Chronicle Death of Foretold. Since roles were unjustly divided between men and women, the brothers were brought up to be men, whereas the girls were brought up to be married. Through the use of juxtaposition, the author draws attention to the notion the gender roles is based on, which is you are either a man or a working woman, meaning that men are not created for work but women are. The narrator describes Angela Vicario and their sibling childhood, and women are not allowed to work to pursue their own goals and live their lives by limited traditions and the expectations of marrying and establishing a family. In fact, unlike in Western culture, marriage in Spanish society, it's not based on love but on gender roles. However, broadly speaking, men are primary income earners for the family, while women are expected to be the homemakers, according to Nina Evanson, 2018, which is therefore shows my analysis to be correct. Moreover, after the wedding, Pure Victoria said that she went to bed after her older daughter had helped her clean up a bit. After the wedding, moreover, Divina carried a pail of water and a rag so she could clean the floor in the living room. The use of the choice of helped her clean connotates usefulness and it implies they helped her at her job. A pail of water and rag emphasizes a big amount of water, as well as cleaning and emphasizes taking care of the home. Therefore, women can be seen comforting to Thren, can be seen cleaning up regularly and expected to clean. As a result, women can be seen conforming to gender stereotypical roles and cleaning. and taking care of the home is a stereotypical role for the woman in society.
Thank you, Aziz. Within Chronicle of a Death Foretold, patriarchy is revealed to be limiting women through misogyny, both from men and women. Angela Vicario, who got married the previous day, had been returned to the house of of her parents because her husband had discovered she wasn't a virgin. The word returned implies that Angela is an object, given that Bayardo gave her back to her mother. Moreover, returning because her husband discovered that she wasn't a virgin emphasizes that she was valued for her virginity, and therefore, women can be seen objectified and valued by men for their virginity. Moreover, her being retained highlights how men decide the fate of women and have power over them. Thus, men can be seen having power over women in society as they decide their fate, have power over them, and decide how they are valued and seen in society by others. Furthermore, Pura Vicari reveals that she was holding me by the hair with one hand and beating me with the other with such rage that I thought she was going to kill me. Again, this works as misogyny as the mom policies her by beating her for not performing correctly under the patriarchy. She should be a perfect and pure virginal wife, but is retained for not fitting this expectation and is consequently beaten as punishment.
As a result, Gabriel Garcia Marquez's novella, Chronicle of Death Foretold, highlights the way the patriarchy limits women through the depiction of objectification, classic gender roles, and misogyny. Through Alejandrina Cervantes getting used to her body and her being the most serviceable in bed, it's revealed how women are objectified by men. Furthermore, through the girls are brought up to be married and boys were brought up to be men, reveals how patriarchy can be limiting to women, which is through classical gender roles that women obey. Last but not least, misogyny is revealed to be limiting women. Her mother reveals to hit her and beat her up because of her secrets. Thank you.
Thank you.